Hello, hello, hello. I want to share with you tonight that all day today, the 19th of September, and through till tomorrow night at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, you're going to get 50% off all lessons that are on my website. So my website for Donna Dewberry One Stroke Painting is just like YouTube. You come on YouTube, and YouTube has a Donna Dewberry channel, and in that Donna Dewberry channel, we have all kinds of fun painting and practice strokes and things that you can get for free. But we also have other avenues for those who just say, I want more, I want more. And some of you do, so that's kind of fun. We also can help you become a teacher or be certified in one stroke painting and turn it into making a living and all kinds of other things. If how do you would you like to make your hobby your career? And so that's like the best of both worlds, right? So so what we wanted to do is come on this live tonight, and I usually do, and I will do probably tomorrow, another live where I'm doing more painting and sharing more options that you have, like maybe using this special code. Okay. So what we did is we let it go out to all of our followers on my Facebook group. And now I wanted to come share it here on my YouTube group. And so when you're on YouTube, you pop it up, watch it just like this popped up. And I have lives where I paint and show you something fun for the season. And also, by the way, this brush is how you get it. But if you are just hitting my channel and you want to know more about one stroke, I have Relax and Paint free lessons every week that pop up. I also have practice strokes, and practice strokes tells you guys, it tells you how do I use this round brush? How do I load it? How do I use it? How do I use the double loader tools and the things to make one stroke painting just fun for you? All right. And then you can also join our membership. So you can subscribe for free and get hundreds of lessons for free. You can binge on them, go look up things that you want to see and watch those. And you don't have to download anything. It's all there. You can go back to it at any time. So subscribe, please. That would be wonderful. And then if you want this offer that I have for today and tomorrow, it's online lessons that are very detailed with lots of projects that you can finish. And you can also get educating, like stroke studies, where you study how to do what one stroke is all about in more intense, easy, slow steps. All right. And we have instructors, certified instructors everywhere. During COVID is when I started coming on here and teaching and trying to help people learn online, even if I'm not there with them, online, how to do strokes. And because we had to, because of COVID, right? So when you check out, we cannot help you fix this. If you don't do it when you check out, you don't get the discount. So after you check out, get anything you might want as far as the online lessons are, and you can put other things, but what it will do is the code will just take the discount off of the lessons that you put in there that you wanted for 50% off. So 50% off, we don't do that very often. It's a super good deal for you. Like this is one for the fall. That's really one of my favorite. I did like 3 years ago. And this lesson, as I just pulled up my site here, this lesson is $35. So you would get it for half that. So when you go look, I also have something I wanted to share with you tonight, and that is my stroke studies. And I'm trying to share it where it's not going to kill me, trying to hold it up to show it to you, because this is a big book. All right. So lesson number 1 is Flowers and Leaves 1. All right. So look how fun. Hi. All right. So there's all kinds of petals, and like this teardrop petal then becomes a ruffled petal, then becomes a layer petal. And I just showed this earlier, and YouTube's given me a little bit of problem this week a couple of times. But then when you learn these little rose petals, then that rose petal layered in here with this teardrop petal makes your pansy. So through this, I want you to learn how to do an iris, a lily, a tulip, and some roses. All right. So I teach you that, but then we go to the leaves. All right. So we learn how to do flip and roll leaves and do like bamboo, all kinds of things with those leaves that will make your piece really beautiful that you paint. All right. So, and then this is in that first lesson also, just a big, pretty hydrangea. All right. Hello, guys. I'm finally well enough to paint, even vacuumed again. I'm not going to talk about I've been sick all week. All right. So like this says lesson 2. All right. So think about these stroke study lessons. They're an average of 3 hours long. You could stop them and start them and stop them and start them again. Hi from Denver today. Just today. You don't know how long you'll be in Denver, right? All right. Hey, Julie. All right. So this one I love a lot. This number 1's one of the most favorite. Number 2 right here is all kinds of insects and butterflies. Now I teach you how to do some of those petals you just learned. And one, now look at this. All right. So the quick and easiest one is actually this one, where that's a one-stroke leaf, but you put your butterfly petals and 2 daisy strokes, daisy, daisy. All right. This is that teardrop, and you can layer the teardrop in a daisy. So see how you're just layering it to get all the pretty colors that you want. And so I work 2.5 to 3 hours in this video, and we stroke it together. Then you can keep practicing afterwards, where you're base coating in, then you're outlining and getting all the details to make all these pretty insects. Now, here's another one that's really popular, and this is number 3. So you can go see them all right there on my site, all right? So I want you to see that. Look how we can do all these different. We can use some metallics in here too. All right, can you see that metallic? So plaid folk art paint has amazing different varieties of paint that make you look like a professional. Love doing the butterflies, and the favorite is a dragonfly. So look how I break it down. So this one, I want you to show you. I show how to do a tail up, a tail down, and how to put the body in, how to layer wings. All right. And we draw it and we work on it together. Even if you don't know how to draw, I'm working with you step by step on doing a bluebird, a hummingbird. There's some more birds. Okay. And oh yeah, he's got a perky tail, and the different tails in different ways. Okay. So, and cardinals, everybody's favorite. Now this one is, let's see what this one is. This one's flowers and leaves 2. Now I showed you 1 a minute ago, right? So this is 2. So there's magnolias, chrysanthemums, all right, geraniums. Look how fancy those leaves are. Look how pretty these hydrangea. That's a simple, quick and easy hydrangea I showed you earlier. This is if you start making an actual hydrangea 4-petal flower. These are little small flowers, but look how pretty the leaves are. So, and here's a poppy. All right, now what I went from all of these more detailed, more realistic flowers and fancier leaves and fern to go with it. And then look at this. This one's great because this is where we go. This is part of that too. This is roses. All right, calla lilies and all. So this whole section of roses. If you like roses and you want all those fancy roses that are out there, the most asked question, tell me how we take 1 stroke and make that rose. All right, that's a different rose, Donna. Show me how to make that rose. So let me show you what I did. I have how to make a red rose. Look how pretty the red rose is. How to make this red rose. And it's hard to make a bright red rose because you can't put whites and light colors, right? So look how pretty this is. These are choppy little roses. These are the back of the rose. So this is a whole, it's called stroke study. This is a whole study on roses, from vintage roses, all blue, pretty roses, look, little choppy, different ones. And we just worked on art paper and showing you a little bit slip snap in the back. Look at those petals. Okay, see how we're chopping this up? So I just want you to see that you can make dreamy, or there it is, some more. All right, now look at irises. So then I concentrate on irises. This is the very beginning iris. And then we add a little bit more detail, a little bit more detail. See, when I pull them out of here and they're easy to see, then I never put them back. All right, so look at the big fluffy irises. So by the time, if you like your favorite flower is roses or your favorite flower is iris, I've got a whole study on you just developing that. All right, so isn't that kind of fun? So let me share with you a couple of things that people have just picked up and ordered today. Were some of the other, let's see what this is. All right, they picked up other online lessons that you can get from tropical. Look at those, tropical to plumerias. Then we have the one I really like is we have Christmas. We have detailed Christmas, cutesy Christmas, you know, and more. All right, and watercolor ones where we're teaching you with floaty medium and our acrylic paint and more. So I have hundreds of lessons, 50% off, 50% off. Okay. So I want you to see, these are just on metallic. All right. Sharing fun metallics with you, you know, especially if you've never done metallics, how rich that you can make them. This is, what is this? Oh, that says daisies. These aren't all daisies. Oh, this was a tone-on-tone white. So anyway, there's lots that you can learn from just going and checking them out. But I got to get you there to check it out. And I want you to just understand, one-stroke painting teaches you from, you don't have to draw to be able to paint. But what I love to share with you is that I can even teach you how to do drawing lessons. All right, fun dragonflies. All right, these are like what we do on our lives, where I'm just showing you, like, tell me what you want to see me paint, and we just go through that, and I show you things that you like, what not to do, what to do. All right, but what I'm going to go back to the ones that I was telling you about that I just saw that I thought you'd really like to try. When you were here, these, I got really organized at the beginning and then I got bad. All right. That's like, I had some that were already laid out so we don't have all that glare. Okay. So this is what we've got going today. And now I'm going to go back to a couple orders. And you guys tell me what your favorite. Like Julie said, stroke studies have so much detail, such a great way to practice. And they're 2.5 to 3 hours for $35 is a good deal anyway, but I don't think people appreciate them because they don't know them. They don't know what is a stroke study. But then what happens is that somebody comes on and says, look what I grabbed. I have basic back to basics. That is on one of the kits that you can get, a foundation beginner kit that has the downloadable lessons in it. And so some of them have paint included in it, some have brushes, but look for the ones that are going to do the downloadable lesson plan, like basic 1, lesson 1. All right. So, and then if you really want to get serious, we have all these instructors that will help you build your skills so that you can start teaching painting parties. Or there's a couple of different things that people do, and why they do one stroke, why they want to paint is because they're retired, they're empty nesters. They just would love during these times right now is to earn some extra income. And so what happens is that I help take you step by step, and so that you can learn it right online with me. So if you just go to One Stroke YouTube, if you go to YouTube, Donna Dewberry channel, which is where you are right now, I have hundreds and hundreds of free lessons, and I put 2 new ones every single week. And so those are free. If you just subscribe, ring the bell, it'll tell you when I'm on with a live, because most of the lives I'm painting the whole time. Today I'm trying to promote this because it's only good till tomorrow evening. And so I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to get a 50% off, because that's not something we do often. We usually do, like, if you're a member of the One Stroke Advantage on YouTube, which is like $10 a month, you get 4 lessons and the full lessons, full hour lessons. But you get one a week. You also get the advantage of 20% off at all times on all products on onestroke.com. So I want to share that with you. But when you were on these specials, sometimes I give you different ones. Now I went to all my YouTube followers and they've had this all day to look at if you're on my YouTube channel. So go look About Donna and you can find my YouTube channel, my TikTok channel, and right here where we also have Patreon. And we get on Patreon with a podcast, my husband and I, Mark and I, and we share with people how to turn it into a business, how to pick the right colors, the right pricing. And we answer all kinds of questions. If you want business questions about the painting world of Mark and Donna Dewberry and you. All right. So I want you to know that my goal is to help you save money by painting your own gifts and your own decor. For the holidays, I was an interior designer, self-made for years. And I painted over 1,500 murals on $1 million homes for over 5 years. And I just got really quick at painting and that people started saying, can I learn how to do this? And that's been the beauty of it, is multiplying myself. We have over 7,000 certified instructors around the world, where we've gone to China and the Philippines, not China. I've gone to Japan. My sister went to China, and all kinds of other countries, and Germany and London and all kinds of places where I got to go. In Sherwood Forest, I got to go teach. So it's out into Turkey and Israel and all these places where they feel so blessed to be able to create. And so if you can make money and save money, it's such a blessing. And it doesn't matter what language you speak. When I travel and demonstrate, they just stand there at my demonstration and they literally, I'm sitting up there, we have to wear suits when we're at those conventions overseas, and they will come up, stand up on my podium, grab my brush and try. People don't usually do that in America, but it was so funny because I was shocked, because they go, me, and they grab the brush and they start trying it. So I thought that was so fun. And because people wanted it so bad. And I remember the first time, guys, I have 7 children. I have 34 grandchildren now. I spent so much of my life creating at my dining room table because I wanted it so bad. And I remember being in Canada and I had these people at lunchtime. They didn't want to go to lunch. They wanted to sit there and watch me paint. And so they were saying, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I remember sitting at the table and doing strokes. And I just broke down in tears because I thought, they want this so bad. And it's something I created at my dining room table that I love. I get to share with them. And it just, I couldn't even speak about it then, but it's still that memory of how excited it was for them to think, oh, I can do this, And so I have all kinds of tools that help you to be successful. I have, you need to write a book on your journeys. Well, every time I go to Canada, I think it's so funny. They go, lady, I don't even paint, but you empower women. And so I have a lot of men that paint, but you empower women just by what you do and what you've achieved. And what was really fun is to say, okay. And they said, hey, ma'am, we're not artists, but we would so buy that book. And so I always thought that was funny. But look, so this is a stencil I created. And everything I create, I want you to think about something. I had artists that couldn't do this side and this side and make it exact, or it was just lopsided. So I'd say, hang your flowers over it, nobody can tell, right? Thank you, Julie. So I made a stencil that gives you the shape, and then I teach you how to fill it in and make it see-through. And so I love these. I call them shelf paintings. And so it looks like a shelf. This is one of those ones that you could get 50% off. So if they're like $39, you're getting it for like 20-ish. So what I want you to then know is that I have fall ones. I have, oh, the lavender garden, bottle garden. I love that. And then like I have all kinds of Christmas. Oops, look. So I take this round and make it into a snow globe, and I take these tall guys and make them into candlesticks, candlestick holders. There's all kinds of fun things in there for you with those lessons. All right. So what we start is I do stencils. I do stencils that give you this whole background. So I show you how to sponge on the color. Then we put the stencil on. So look, the thistle, I mean, these little dry flowers, the stamps, the butterfly, and this vintage looking, this, distorted vintage, and some words. What's so funny is I read this thing about love forever and everything, and they told me on TikTok it made people uncomfortable, so they had to take it off. And so I'm like, what was uncomfortable about that? But anyway, it's funny. So my stencils make it easy for you to make something happen that you didn't ever think you could even make happen. Just so remember, what I'm sharing tonight is that if you do 5090, put that code in when you check out on any online lessons that we have on up here, that there's just the brand new workshops and things that I did in this last 3 months, or that I'm doing in the last 3 months. Those don't get the 50% off, but everything for years, hundreds of videos. All right. You get 50% off. It's only good till tomorrow night at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. All right. On onestroke.com. So all my brushes, everything I use. This now I wanted to share with you is painting parties. So you can go out there as a brand newbie. There is many of these that are trios that are 1 month. This is fall. This is Halloween, fall, and Christmas. All right. These can be painted in approximately an hour, hour and a half with newbies. This is something that you can start, paint with me, and accomplish it, and be able to have a painting party. And even if you get 5 people, you can profit $125 with 5 people. All right. So I also want you to see what happens with these packets that you get for this. What I'm saying to you is I already have some that are pre-filmed with 3 lessons. You base coat them and you paint them all, your samples all with me. And then you're ready to go show them to people and teach them. Okay. So this is what I just displayed. This is the packet. And when you get the packet, you get instructions that are written in case you're not sure what we're talking about. And I'm telling you, this is for beginner. You can sit there and paint your sample, and by then you're ready. So this is the back sheet of the packet, and it has the colors that you need and the canvas and your brushes. All right, then you're going to go, this is awkward, sorry. This is what you get in each packet, all right? They're on sale many times for you, so go check them out. There's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you have yours done. All right. So guess what else you get? In the setup, you're getting 6 of this, and this is less than, I think it's less than $14. You're going to get 6 colored patterns. You can't even go print something for how much this setup is. It's in a plastic sleeve. You get 6 of these, which means you can give each one of the students one to be looking at. Yeah, Julie helped me tape this up. Remember, Julie? With the spider and all. But 6 of these, or you can have 5 to 6 people sit in front of this with a sample and paint with you, or you can have 12. So you have one with the picture in between 2 people. And then here's the packet cover, but then you get 6 full-size patterns. All right. And 2 people can share it, or lots of times people have said, I let them take it home with them in case they want to do it again. But I want you to see, you can make that a jack-o'-lantern, or you can just make this a pumpkin face without Halloween. There's wood grain you learn here. There's all kinds of fun things you can do on Dollar Tree. You can do this on the Dollar Tree charger. And so you can make this so there's lots more profit. And this is all sponged in the background. So I took the sponge with a little bit of gray and it looks like trees, right? And then that's a nice poster display, but I can't stick it under here easily. Thank you, Julie. Anyway, I take my scruffy brushes. I have all these tools to help you be able to do that, but I pounce the snow. Then we come in here and put the fence, and then we make grass in here, and we pounce the front snow, and you can put a Santa cap or just a wreath of the Santa cap, or you can put cardinals, big or small, in here. And so this is a user-friendly, kids, adults, and friends. Y'all just have a painting party and have fun. But what I wanted to share with you is then we fly spec this so it looks like it's snowing. All right. So this is this quarter, and these are called EDU packs. EDU. And so we support you and encourage you and help you turn it into a business just by you guys coming on, asking us, working with us. And so when I'm saying these packets, I just showed you what's in the packet. This packet comes like this with your supply list and 6 of these pictures, 6 patterns, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the steps so you can paint it at home comfortably. All right. And then this is how the packet, the same thing, and you can practice and paint on these packets, guys. And I just want you to see that's that big painting I just showed you. But on this, I go really close. You can see I did this live and I didn't clean it up. So really, the pages are numbered, thank goodness. But you can just choose to do one part of this painting instead of all the different parts of it that I just shared with you right here. Here it is. All right. So what we're talking about, skill builders, if you just want to work on your skills. We've got stroke study, which is those journals I was showing you with all the different types of skill builders. Like I have bird nests, I have watercolor, I have abstract painting. There's all kinds. I think there's 23 or more of the skill builders. So you just go down and look at the ones, click on it, and it'll show you. No, skill builders are 1 through 8. That's what you can do if you want to be preparing to be a teacher. All right, checkout is telling me 5019 is not valid for my items, and I'm trying to order the lessons with all the things in it. Okay, so if it's got paints and things in it, it's not just downloadable. It needs to be downloadables. All right, so go look. That the code is right, but maybe it's what we had this happen on one of the others where it says these are online lessons, 5019, right? Yeah. All right, let me see. I'm gonna, all these people put in 5019, it worked for them. So that this person ordered $151 worth, but only 2 of these, they were $30 a piece, and she got them for $14.98 each. But the rest of the product was not 50% off. So I don't know if that's happened to you, Deb, but check it out and see, because she got blending gel, 8 ounces, and a couple of packets. She got Skill Builder 1, downloadable lesson, and booklet. It's got a book with it. So I wonder if that's what you're looking at. If it's got it needs to be a downloadable lesson. All right, that's what's on those. That might be the problem. But also, I want you guys, see if that helps you, and you can message me afterwards if it's not, we can still help you, okay, babe? All right, so I want you to see, when people are wondering about my brushes, my green brushes are a value pack. And if you are a member of my One Stroke Advantage, which I told you is $10, a little bit less than $10 a month, as long as you go straight to youtube.com. Instead of going to the Apple app, if you go straight to youtube.com, Donna Dewberry channel, then get on and join. When you not subscribing, but when you join, that's the membership. You can go on and off any month that you want. It is under $10, so it's $9.99 or something. But if you are on the Apple app, it's $12.99 usually, which we didn't know why are they being charged $12.99? But we found out why. So these green ones are the ones I use the most. But if you want to feel real special, these are my signature high quality, amazing brushes. So this is the 10 that I use most. This is the 13 that I use most. All right. So whenever we have a big special with 20% off, this is when you want to get something like your signature ones. I also have these heat pens that I use a lot because they're quiet. And I love doing that. I love the dark handle. Thank you. Yes. All right. I also, one of my tools that is really wonderful that you can't get in other places is I have a really dense sponge and the scrub here. So like if I base coat a wood piece and raises the grain and there's nubs, this rough side takes it off. And so what happens with these sponges is that I do all kinds of clouds and faux finishes and all with this. And by doing this, my fingernails don't get dirty, and my fingernails also don't go straight through the painting and leave a finger mark as I'm sponging. All right, so it's one stroke sponge painters. All right, and then there are just a couple brushes that aren't included in that. Some of these nice ones that people really like that I'm using a lot right now is the angle brush. And then we have a dark green handle rake brush for beards of fur and all kinds of other stuff, and a 16 flat. So the 16 flat, super, super popular, but I didn't have that brush when we made this packet. Just saying. All right, where is that? It's a 16. It's smaller than the 3/4. The 3/4 is what we mostly use. All right. I'm painting in my dining room and my studio and all kinds of places. I can't even find the 60 oh there. All right, so see that 16? Some people feel more comfortable using the 16. One can never have too many brushes. I know. And I am not good on my brushes. I leave them in the water because I'll be teaching and working and be so tired that I run out. And I come back the next morning and go, uh-oh, I didn't even put the sponge in the water. I was going to tell you that I'm trying to take all the bad ones out of here that I've left in overnight, but I've cracked them all the way down the handle because I left them so long in the water. But I went 11 days, believe it or not, over to another country and came back, and all the water dried up in my basin. But the brushes still worked. It's just the handles weren't in good shape. All right, and this is that heat pen. All right, so there are less expensive brushes if you're teaching a lot of kids or newbies and they want to try these, because if you have brushes for them to share, and if they like them, they say, but I need some brushes, and so you can buy the ones we just opened. All right, and so these are, when I say these are right under 20, these are like real close to 10 or 12, but these are high quality and these are just okay. So when I say you can't really get one stroke painting well with a craft brush, these are a little bit better than a craft brush, but these are lots of them are my brushes, but they have, they're just like the scruffy in here is wimpy, but I use it for other things. All right. I went to YouTube link to your website and put items in my cart, and they were the pumpkin showed early and the book of all your strokes, and it won't accept the code. All right, get with me, Debbie, and I'll go figure out, because that's what I showed everybody tonight. So that makes no sense. I swear I just saw somebody do that. Anyway, I will check it out myself. But on our site, it's not on YouTube. The website's not on YouTube. OneStroke.com is where you have to go. Is that where you went? Okay, so what we're doing, I'm going to go and get that fixed, guys, but I just want to show you really quick. Stencils, the stencils, I just have somebody that bought 15 at one time. Look, this is a brand new one. This is angel wings. All right, so 5 different sets of angel wings. I'm so excited because I made like I flip it and do two sides so that I could put 5 angel wings instead of 1 or 2, right? And more. Okay. So this is like on Patreon. I go on Patreon, guys, now, and I do different multimedia in one project. And I'm teaching backgrounds and scraping and stenciling and watercolor effects and more. And so we just kind of create on Donna's Corner. We just kind of create something fun there too. So on Patreon, Mark and Donna Dewberry on Patreon, this is a $10 level where we do podcast every week on Wednesday night, and then I do this guy. And then if you want to paint like that big painting that's always behind me, thank you, Rita. That is one that you can pledge $20, and you could. When I first did it, it took 3 different months because I teach you for like 2.5 hours, and then you get caught up by the next month when we do the second step. But now, because I did it in the very beginning, if you pay $20 and you work all month on that painting, you can paint that painting behind me in 1 month for $20. So it's just, there's different ways for you to figure out how to make this happen and to join me. And I just wanted to come on tonight and just share some of that with you. So I went to the YouTube link to your website. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I ordered about 500 worth of stuff last week. I know, Deb, I saw you were a crazy girl. But that's what happens when you fall in love and you work. Listen, if you paint for 1 hour and accomplish something that you never believed you could do, just practice for 1 hour, you will be surprised how you all of a sudden understand, oh my gosh. Now this is messy now. I've got too many things here, but I want you to see that this is my best-selling kit ever. And if you're a member on One Stroke Advantage, you can get 20% off this, okay? Now, what happens in this one, I just thought I'd show you at the end here before I take off. This is the wood box. You're getting 5 brushes. These are nice quality, so you've never painted. And this is A to Z of one-stroke painting, floral painting, and 50 beginner lessons. So what I'm known for is my flowers are so easy and quick and people can do them. But I want you to know that one of the cool things is if you even just have paper, but most people have some glasses in their house or bottles from your pickle bottles. There's all kinds of things that you can grab around your house like I did with my 7 children. And I needed to paint it really quick as a gift, like an old jar, and paint on it and turn it into a beautiful canister, you know. So I want you to know this is what comes in your kit. The wood storage box, all 50 laminated teaching guides, okay, all 10 full bottles of paint, so you can paint every lesson, and your bottle of clear floating medium. Now the beauty of the and you get all 50 lessons. I show after you purchase it, you go to YouTube, and it's Donna Dewberry Plaid Crafts, and you can watch all 50 lessons. And they come when you purchase this, then you're able to go put this out in front of you, and I paint the whole thing step by step with you. And those are the actual size strokes. So it's like you have me at home with you. I came in the box, okay? So you practice the stroke, but I tell you which brushes to grab, which colors to paint. And then together, we're going to use a double loader, and we start painting. And so you're watching the lesson. I'm doing it with you, all right? Or you're doing it with me. And you have all the paint to do that. But I think the best part of this, though, is when you use up this paint, you can go right to the store or right online and say, that's exactly what I want to replace. All right. Now, this is a great kit. I use this all the time. Thank you. So what I wanted to tell you is, say you want to start teaching your friends and say, hey, I bought the kit. you take a lesson with me, you give me $20 or so each time we all get together, and that pays for me to sit here, learn it by the kid, and be ready to teach you. All right. And just tell them to pitch in, right? And just pick two. Look at this. There's just a few of the 50 flowers. Just say, I'm going to put a tulip with, oh, there's all kinds of different yarrow, wisteria, wild rose. Now, there's all kinds of, there's 4 or 5 roses in here. All right. And then when you practice this and you're comfortable there, you turn it over and you can put the lamination on top of here. I mean, plastic on top of here, and just paint right on top of that. Some people have done it with wax paper. Morning glory, lilies. I got this a mess. You can tell when I get through sometimes I'm ready to go. So you can put some thistles in here. The sweet peas look really pretty with that. You can do lots of people always like sunflowers. All right. So just one after another. Oh, I know there's a poppy. And there's Queen Anne's lace. There's another rose, another rose. We have like peace roses, cabbage roses. And look at this. I love these, my fuchsia. Those are fun. So I break it down step by step. There's just, you can look in your garden and go, oh, that's that little teardrop, but I ripple it instead. I wiggle it. All right. So one after another, I was trying to get, so what I wanted to tell you is decide, I'm going to paint 2 a week. So you learn 2 of them, and within an hour, you won't believe what you can do. So you learn 2 of them, paint them together, 2 or 3. And that's what I do sometimes in my live, is I just go through and paint a bunch of these. And so that means you've got 25 weeks of lessons. All right. 25 weeks of lessons. So I want you to, go check it out. Go check out beginner kits. This kit, if this is a little bit too much for you, there's less expensive kits. So anyway, I'm done. Sorry. I need to organize myself, do you think? All right. So all you need is something to paint on and something to hold your water. And what I have is I bundled some special things that you use a lot. And if you look under bundles, there's like the most used brush kit for a good price, and like an extra discounted price from regular. Okay. So thank you for being on with me for a few minutes. I just wanted to share this sale, and I'm going to go see, if you go to my Facebook group, Amanda has all the rules there. And I just had it. Why did it go away? All right. Let me see what I said here. All right. So valid only on downloadable lessons on the website. Not valid is August, September, October Zoom lessons, the new beach tone-on-tone lesson, and the PJ party. All right. The discount is 5019 at checkout, and no other codes with it. But I saw, honey, I did see some people buy those stroke studies. So got one more place I can go look while you're here. All right, under the discounts, it says, all right, there are 501 products that are pre-recorded video lessons so over 500 that you can get 50% off. The basic stroke downloadable video lessons, not the with the workbook, without the workbook. And stroke studies, all the stroke studies, 28 products are on. There's 28 of them. It's right here, so I don't know, honey. We'll have to figure that out. And this sale goes on till tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So have a good weekend. I'm trying to come on tomorrow and paint with you. All right. And tomorrow's your last day. So I hope you can try it. Just try, maybe, Deb, try putting just a downloadable lesson and see what it does. But the good thing too is sometimes I say you have to spend $50, but on this you can spend just one and try it. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Bye-bye.